Hi there, my name is Gord. If you're new to the channel, I have been recently renovating this 50-year-old trailer with just the cheapest, quickest modifications that make this thing livable while I figure out what's next for me. In this video, we're going to talk about what I think is the simplest and easiest plumbing system that you can install in any kind of trailer or vehicle. If you're new here, consider subscribing, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. And so, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm doing with the plumbing system. There used to be one of those old pumpy, like with a piston inside, faucets there that connected to the fresh water that was under this bench that I removed when I installed the diesel heater. So, keeping the original sink, and what I've done since the Prius road trip is kind of canceled for the time being, is I've cannibalized the plumbing system from it entirely. So I will put a link to that video where you can see a lot more details of exactly how this works. It's the exact same system. I pulled it out of the Prius and I'm just installing it into this sink instead of the sink that was there before. So I've got this little piece of plumbing where I glued one of those caps for, you know, those giant like office style water cooler jugs. I've got one of these USB powered faucet things. There'll be links to all this down in the description. I have a quick disconnect thing, which this is the kind of stuff you can't get from Amazon, but it really does make your life better. So this just goes in here, and then hard to do with one hand, but this can then just slide down, and I have running water. Thinking of putting a soap dispenser here, but I don't feel the need to film that. You could probably imagine how that would work. If we come down underneath, this is just again the existing sink. I undid the P-trap that was there, as you saw. This is one of those RV, I think the company's Camico, something like that. Again, there'll be a link down in the description. And then this is a garden hose quick disconnect on the end, so this is for my gray water. Again, just pulled it out of the Prius plumbing system. My gray water tank is a 10-liter, one of these 10-liter Scepter tanks. And then you can see that I have the garden hose quick disconnect on here. So it can just plug in and out really, really quickly, and I can dispose of my gray water. The freshwater tank, again, completely cannibalized from the Prius, has the quick disconnect here. It actually has, the Prius has a water level meter with also a kind of quick disconnect for the electronics. I am not going to bother moving that here because, again, I'm right on my brother's property. It's not kind of the same idea where I might be on the road and I want to know my water level. If I run out of water, I just go to the house and I get more. And I got really lucky in that both of these fit perfectly in beside the wall and the wheel well. And here's what it looks like all connected. So yeah, the gray water comes down. I can easily disconnect it. The fresh water goes up. And obviously there is a piece of the silicone hose hanging down inside, connected on the inside that never moves. And so yeah, there's my freshwater gray water system. Just real simple. To be honest, if I ever build a van or anything like that, I'm going to do something exactly like this. I might get a couple extra freshwater tanks or something like that, but I just think this is such a simple, stress-free, easy way to have running water in one place. So there we go. This functions. It is May now. I've been living in here since Valentine died in February, and this is working really great. I find, just like in the Prius, that the 20 liters lasts me about 3 days, and that's with, like, you know, doing dishes, which consumes, you know, about half the water, I would say. So if you were in a camp mode and you were being a little more judicious, you could, you know, stretch the water much, much longer. But basically using it like I would in a house lasts me 3 days. All right, catch you guys in the next video.